None of these people are getting paid, yet they still came to help. Hello everyone, I'm Yang. Today, I'm going to help my neighbors plant rice seedlings. In rural China, when the farming season arrives, you often see scenes like this. More and more people keep showing up. They're not hired workers, and they're not getting paid. Yet they still come to help. Some are relatives, some are friends, and some are neighbors from nearby. Today I'm going to help work in my neighbor's rice field. When I arrived, everyone was already busy in the field. A fresh load of rice seedlings had just arrived. The trailer was packed with seedlings, waiting to be distributed across the field. We need to spread the seedlings throughout the field. He will teach me. They can't all be left in one place. Each section of the field needs its own supply of seedlings. That way, when people start planting, they won't have to keep walking back and forth. But if they aren't spread out properly, it makes the work much harder later on. All the rice seedlings are thrown down. I brought my own rain boots. The ground was extremely soft. With every step, my feet sank into the mud.
这里面只要不踩到那样子就行了，是吧？行。
Guidelines have been set up across the field. The planters follow these lines as they work. The first reason for doing this is to keep the rows straight and even. Without guidelines, the rows can quickly become uneven.
Ôi, 这要隔好远呢，它的。哦，都得一个柱子里去。
They use the bamboo stick to measure the spacing. This helps ensure that each row of seedlings has the same distance between them.
Oh, 你们都是一个盖档，它在那里面在插。
哎，那里面在插五趟。
哦。
When I first arrived, there were only a handful of people here. Now, before I knew it, a few more people have come to help now. Everyone knows how to do it. Everyone chats while working. and joke around from time to time. What is normally hard physical work somehow feels a little lighter. My job was to reorganize the extra seedlings in the field. When the seedlings were first distributed, some areas ended up with more than others. To make things easier for the planters, I gathered the extra seedlings together. Then, about every meter or so, put one bunch down. With every step, my feet sank deep into the mud. Pulling them back out took even more effort. It may look like simple walking, but every step felt surprisingly heavy. Though many places use rice transplanters now, a single rice transplanter can cover a large area in a day. Its efficiency is much higher than manual labor. However, in some areas, people still choose to plant rice by hand. Small fields are still planted manually, and some older farmers simply trust their own experience more than machines. Even though I grew up in the countryside, I never really understood much about jobs like rice planting. When I was a child, seeing adults working in the fields seemed completely normal. It wasn't until I stepped into the field myself that I realized it was much harder than it looked. But after experiencing it myself, I finally understand why people say farming is hard work. They throw the rice seedlings onto the edge of the field, and then I carry them to other areas where they're needed. More and more people came to help with the rice planting. Some had just finished working in their own fields and came straight over. Others still had work to do later in the day, but chose to spend part of their free time here. The work in the field began moving faster and faster. We've finished more than half quickly. No need to carry the remaining seedlings. First, I divided the seedlings into 2 small bundles. Holding the seedlings in one hand, I used the other hand to separate them one by one. Then I planted them into the mud, so that it can stand upright on its own. The seedlings can't be planted too close together. They can't be too far apart either. Bend down. Plant a seedling. Step back 1 pace, and do it all over again. After a full day, you may repeat the same movement thousands of times. The sky was beginning to grow darker. Only a small section of the field remained. Looking across the field, the once empty rice field was now covered with rows of green seedlings. Everyone picked up the pace a little, ready to finish the last part of the job. The last of the seedlings are planted. I can finally relax. Watching the last section finally being completed, I felt relieved as well, even though I was covered in mud, and my boots and pants were already dirty. But this is how real work should be, watching everyone lean by the field drinking water, and resting while chatting together. This is what the countryside looks like.
听说
是的，
我不是，
也不菜，
我不愿意吃香蕉。
这是香蕉水果。
If you enjoy real daily life videos, lot of interesting videos are coming. Please subscribe for more.